An in-state showdown takes center stage in Tampa this afternoon as South Florida hosts Florida International under mostly cloudy skies and warm 88-degree temperatures. FIU arrives with momentum after opening the season with an impressive 34-13 Conference USA victory over Kennesaw State. The Panthers piled up 490 yards of total offense in that win, with redshirt freshman running back Sterling Joseph turning heads by rushing for 114 yards and a touchdown on just 14 carries. South Florida, meanwhile, begins a new chapter after a successful 9-4 season that ended with a Cure Bowl loss to Old Dominion. The Bulls must replace standout quarterback Byron Brown, but there's plenty of excitement surrounding new head coach Brian Hartline, the former Ohio State offensive coordinator, who now takes over the program. Up front, senior right guard Caleb Cook will be counted on to anchor an offensive line that helps establish Hartline's system. With one team looking to build on an impressive Week 0 performance and the other eager to usher in a new era, this Sunshine State matchup offers an early test for both programs. The crowd is ready, and kickoff from Tampa is coming up next. It's the Florida International Panthers taking on the South Florida Bulls.
Welcome to Raymond James Stadium, the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. It's the FIU Panthers and the USF Bulls. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. So the USF Bulls kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Panthers offense will have the football first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires left. It's caught. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're
finding some room.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to run for it. Slam down again, and they try to just grind out this first down in 2 straight plays. They have been denied. They boot it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Bulls offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. Running inside, it's Collins. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. Could be an alley. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Bulls are rolling down the field. On the run, it's Collins. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After run, now throw. Caught behind the line. It's Collins. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Bulls decide to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's McNeil. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Off play action on first down. It's complete to the left. Makes a grab and room to run. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. FIU pushing tempo. Off the play fake. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. They go to the wide receiver screen. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Motion from the wideout. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The officials will stop play as the training staff comes out to look at this injured Bull. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Look out, he's got room. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Van Buren. Got it. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Rodgers. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. The give on the counter. Plows through the defense. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes his man miss. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Odom. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. From the red zone, looking for a man. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Using his legs, it's Collins. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go right back to him. Stopped short of the 1st down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. It is good! And with the field goal, we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida International comes out to start this drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's a heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Collins. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. To the air. It's Van Buren. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the option, he keeps it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Escapes the pressure going right. He stopped just inches away from the first down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USF! He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive covered 55 yards for the score and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Bulls use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside the... And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run to the left. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. They'll run the screen. Could not make his way to the corner. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. FIU will line up to punt. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Van Buren. He's going to throw deep right side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Bears, sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Raymond James Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Alexis. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. He'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking downfield on first down. Got it. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. FIU pushing tempo. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's McNeil. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Panthers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Collins. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Quarterback keep, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Finds his big tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Collins. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Running it to the right. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Stone. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to power their way ahead. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. And he'll be brought down. Deadlocked here in the 3rd quarter, it's 2nd and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. They're working that left side. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Panthers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Got room to work. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Gain of 8 yards on the play, he's too short of the first down. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. So the final period starts with a second down play. Hands it off. Sweet cut there. Maybe some room here. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but first down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Quarterback running on the draw. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Panthers. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This USF offense will open this drive right here. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Working that left side now. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. The Bulls line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Hauls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. He's got the tight end. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. FIU will line up to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Now on 2nd and short. Keeps it on the option. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Collins. Makes it past the marker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Tries to do it himself on the draw.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the 1st down, and they absolutely had to have it there. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Isaac. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The give as they work on that clock. Might have a chance. Got enough for the 1st. The Bulls use their 1st timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Doing it himself again. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Timeout now called by USF, and that's their final one. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. FIU will line up to punt. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a grab for a big play. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give on the option. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Moves around to clear up the vision. Inside the 40. He hits the slide, and he's converted this 4th down to keep the drive moving.
That is a momentum-shifting play by the quarterback. This home crowd, they are buzzing after that scramble on 4th down. Great job letting his God-given ability take over to pick up the first. They are still alive here late in the game.
Got rid of it just in time.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Got a man in the middle.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB is throwing the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here.
Go for it. Down 10, or excuse me, down 7 with only about 10 seconds left. That's crazy. Ow! You completed it. South Florida not done yet, but they got 5 seconds left. Can they do it?
4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Don't even get the play off. How painful is that? Whoa, what's happening here?
Have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time. Blown out in the opener, won the national championship.
Well, some of us weren't alive. Everybody probably playing this game wasn't alive, put that comment. But yeah, great example, Reese. But listen, your season isn't over. Things still down the road for you to look forward to, still improve on. You can still have all of your dreams out in front of you. But, you know, 83, Jesse, I know you were playing college football then, but share.
I think I had just learned how to walk. It's funny, guys, just like that 83 team, this team that lost here today, they are also very talented. They just got to take care fixing up and cleaning up some of these mistakes, but no doubt, lots to play for moving forward. Can't wait to see what happens next week.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So South Florida blows a 10-3 halftime lead. They give up 2 touchdowns in the second half and lose 17-10 to in-state opponent Florida International. South Florida driving at the end of the game could not get that snap off. They converted that 4th down, I think it was, down to about the 5-yard line, but then could not get another snap off, and they lose 17-10. Looking at the team stats, South Florida had the edge in first downs, 19-15, total offense 298-270, rushing yards 149-77. Passing yards, Florida International did have the edge, 193-149. Third down conversion percentage also in favor of Florida International, 40% to 35%. Turnovers, neither team had a turnover, and time of possession was actually won by South Florida by about 8 minutes. They really should have won that game, but did not. Player stats for South Florida, Michael Van Buren Jr. finishes 18 of 28 for 149 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. For Florida International, J.J. Cole finishes 18 of 23, very efficient, 186 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Leading rusher for Florida International actually is Anthony Carey. He was the one that got hurt in week 1 and barely had any carries. In week 0, he got hurt and barely had any carries. Week 1, he gets hurt again, only gets 6 carries. But he was the leading rusher with 51 yards and a touchdown. Sterling Joseph, who had got the bulk of the carries last week, gets the most carries again this week, but can only muster 38 yards on 12 carries, but he did have a touchdown. Leading rusher for South Florida was Jason Collins Jr., 19 carries for 62 yards for him. The quarterback, Michael Van Buren Jr., did have 61 yards on 15 carries and a rushing touchdown. Leading receiver for South Florida was Mudia Rubin, 5 catches for 66 yards for him. For Florida International, Kyle McNeil had a day, 8 catches, 145 yards for him. Leading blocker for Florida International was John Rodriguez with 8 pancakes. For South Florida, it was Caleb Cook with 13 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Bulls, they were led in total tackles by Grayson Howard with 9. Tackles for loss, they were led by C.J. Hicks with 3. Sacks, it was a tie between Eli Jones and Marshawn Oxley with 1 each. No interceptions for South Florida. For Florida International, no interceptions. Anthony Smith had the only sack of the day. He also led the team in tackles for loss with 3. And Alan Gales led the team in total tackles with 11. Kicking stats for Florida International, Robert Zaremcha, I'm going to go with, made his only field goal attempt from 21 yards out. He was also 2 of 2 on extra points. South Florida's Lucas Cavanaugh made his only field goal attempt from 32 yards out and was 1 of 1 on extra points. Punting for South Florida, Luke Goder had 5 punts for an average of 47.4 yards per punt. And Florida International Sam Payton had 6 punts for an average of 50.6 yards per punt. Kick returns for Florida International, Andre Brown had 2 returns for an average of 15 yards per return, and Tyson Carter had 1 return for 16 yards. For South Florida, Jaden Alexis had 3 returns for an average of 19.3 yards per return. Punt returns for South Florida, Jaden Alexis had 3 returns for an average of 11 yards per return. And for Florida International, Andre Brown had 2 returns for an average of 3.5 yards per return. Scoring summary, in the first quarter, Florida International got on the board first with a 21-yard field goal from Robert Zaremcha. I can't say that name. Zaremcha. Jesus, I don't know why that's so hard for me. Second quarter, South Florida got on the board with a 31-yard field goal from Lucas Cavanaugh and then a 3-yard touchdown run from Michael Van Buren Jr. It was 10-3 South Florida at half. But in the third quarter, Florida International gets a 1-yard touchdown run from Sterling Joseph. It was 10-10 going into the fourth quarter. And then in the fourth, Anthony Carey gets a 2-yard touchdown run for FIU. And the Panthers of Florida International go on the road and defeat the South Florida Bulls 17-10 here in week 1. Florida International now 2-0, off to a nice start in 2026. South Florida drops their opener to start the season at 0-1. Not the start that the new head coach was looking for. Sweet victory. The FIU Panthers march into Raymond James Stadium and come out with a 17-10 win over South Florida. Highlighted players were Jason Collins Jr. and Kyle McNeil. You can see that South Florida led in total yards and rushing yards, but Florida International in passing yards and the all-important scoreboard. So the Panthers get the win over their in-state foe, the South Florida Bulls, 17-10. Next game coming your way is going to be FCS Midwest at Air Force, a 4 p.m. kickoff. But from Tampa, Florida, the South Florida Bulls drop their season opener to the Florida International Panthers, who are now 2-0, 17-10, and we will see you next time.